Let's have a look at a case about one of these methods of building these connections. It's about gaining trust, because the thing about trust is that if you want these people to do more with you, right, whether they be prospects, you want them to buy from you, whether they be team members, you want them to become a member of your team and grow as a member of your team. If they're a member of staff you want them to give more to the business so that they are committed to your business. Or whether they be suppliers giving you the best prices that they can, but we're making certain they're still giving you the absolute tip-top service level. Whatever it is, that business connection is important to you. Now, this particular one, we're gaining trust from a prospect. Now, the salesperson in this event basically went to meet a couple, which turned out to be two men. Now, it was fairly obvious through the conversation that they were gay. But there was something else. There was an elephant in the room that wasn't getting talked about. It wasn't a matter of knowing exactly what it was. You just knew there was something missing. So what happened is that this salesman sort of said, Mr. and Mr. Prospect, can we stop here for a moment? Now, we're getting on exceedingly well. And I've been enjoying our conversation, but there's something going on that you're not telling me. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not criticizing. There is obviously a reason for it. Something maybe embarrassed, ashamed, or whatever the reason may be. But I get that I need to know. Now, would you like to tell me? Is there something that you do want to tell me that you think you should? And this salesman waited. He just shut up then. Now, bearing in mind, they'd been talking freely for nearly 2 hours now. And he knew there was something missing, but he had to get their trust. The younger one of the two decided to speak. And he sort of said, well, actually, Keith, I attempted suicide when I was younger. Wow. Thank you, Michael, for telling me. That's amazing and brave. Now, it is something that I need to do because insurance companies, because we were talking about insurance, life insurance, see that as a moral hazard. Personally, I don't see it as a moral hazard. It's a health hazard, not a moral hazard. But that's what they determine it as. And so by not saying it, they can get to refuse payment should something happen later down the road because you didn't tell them. So I'm glad you told me. We'll just present it positively and it won't be a problem. And that's exactly what happened, is that salesman explained it to the insurance company, and the insurance company just dismissed it and gave them normal rates. Simple, right? But you know what actually happened when you had this customer who's built this trust up to you to tell you the most sensitive thing in their life? Well, this person was buying a house and had a housewarming party. And when the salesman went round to join in, Michael and Peter took him round and introduced him to every single one of the guests as the person who bought my house or our house for us. Now, I didn't buy it. I just organised the mortgage and the insurances and so forth. But every single one of those people knew that they totally trusted that person and would therefore do business. And many of them did do business with him. Now, that is talking to the right people. That is talking to them in the right way. That is showing that you care about them, you're interested in them. And that has given you the most important thing, which is trust. Because you listened to them. You understood them. You knew there was something they were not telling you in the way that there was a holdback. That's good selling. You're not actually trying to sell something. You're trying to learn about your prospects so you can solve a problem for them. So if you can build trust in that way, you will be successful. Because that particular salesperson, a little bit later on in life, not a lot, actually took 2 businesses to 7 figures. So learning how to build these connections in business is critically important and can have a significant effect on your business. Thank you.